dipping on some Copenhagen long cut, sent to me by Hillary Thompson. Thank you so much, Hillary. Copenhagen long cut's one of my favorite dips. It's one of the few dips we can get in Canada, but I like the American can better. So, thanks if you tuned into my radio show yesterday, Warehouse of Strangers Radio, Trent Radio CFFF FM 92.7. Stream us live at trentradio.ca anywhere in the world. The way I listen to Trent Radio is I use a radio app called Simple Radio on my phone, and you just punch in the call, you punch Trent Radio CFFF, and it'll come right up, and you can hear it live in real time. And one of the main reasons I'm mentioning that, other than thanking you for listening to my show yesterday, if you did, yesterday I played my new album on the radio, and I played a bunch of harmonica music that helped inspire it. So it was a real blues-centric show. But next week I'll be getting back to the old school punk rock for sure. But every now and then Trent Radio does like a radio project day where they get like a local musician to play at a business downtown for a couple hours, and they stream it live to the radio, live simulcast, broadcast, whatever. So they got me, and so this Friday I'm going to be playing at Papa's Billiards downtown on George Street if you're in town, from noon until 2, and it'll be broadcast live on Trent Radio. So if you want to listen to it anywhere in the world, just do the thing I told you to do before. Punch in the Simple Radio app, and you can hear it on trentradio.ca. And yeah, I'll be doing a show much like the one I posted up the other day from the pizzeria. Although this time I'm probably gonna bring my slide guitar, or maybe my dulcimer, do some other stuff, because it's a bit, I have a bit more time than I did the other night. And I got to keep it family friendly, so no cussing, no spitting. It's hard for me on stage, but I can do it because I am a father. You know, I know when and how to hold my tongue. So yeah, I'm excited about doing that. That'll be really fun. I hope you all can tune in and hear me play a show live in real time. If I'm looking kind of, I lost some weight last week. I was very, very sick with flu, and I over the course of a week, I think I ate probably what one normal person eats in a day over the course of a week, you know, if that. There was a few days last week where I lived on nothing but a glass of Gatorade and maybe like a rice cracker or something like that. So I think I've lost a bit of weight, but that's okay. I could stand to lose a few pounds, I think. But I'm also growing a beard if I look kind of raggedy, scraggly. Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned that, but I want to see how old I look. So, and my kids are kind of interested to see how I look with a beard, so that'll be cool. I used to be very anti-beard. I had a beard years ago, 15 years ago. I had a beard and a mustache, and but due to the hipster craze that happened over the last few years, with all the hipsters walking around with skinny jeans and big beards, I really shied away from that look, you know. But that seems to be dying down a bit, and so yeah, it's wintertime. It's like a built-in little scarf, you know what I mean? So right now outside it's insane. We have it's still snowing, and we have at least a foot of snow on the ground. It's absolutely crazy. The temperatures here have been so cold. I walked home the other night from my kids, and it was, with the wind chill factor, it was minus 39 Celsius. That's fucking cold, man. So, and right now I think it's about minus 15 or minus 20, but not so bad. But I'm not going outside today. It's too fucking snowy, man. Yeah, harmonicas, man. I love harmonicas so much. Everything about them, I always have. I tell some band stories here of my life as a touring musician. And I'll tell you a quick, one of my proudest moments ever in my musical career was when I was on tour with the Jackson Sanatorium in 1997. We toured from Ontario to New Orleans, making all stops along the way. We stopped in Kentucky, Memphis, a few places in Mississippi, Tennessee, and New Orleans. In Baton Rouge, I think we were there too. Yeah, we were in Baton Rouge too. When we were in Mississippi, we really wanted to meet the Fat Possum record people, because they do like R.L. Burnside and Junior Kimbrough. I don't know if you're into blues, you probably know about the Fat Possum label. They're fantastic. So we wanted to meet them. So we bought them a bottle of whiskey, Gold Granddad bourbon, and we found their office. Their office was an old car garage with a Fat Possum sticker stapled up on it. At least that's how it was 20 years ago. And we drove up. Nobody was there, so we waited because we're not going to drive from Ontario to fucking Mississippi for no reason. So we waited until Matt, the owner, showed up. And he pulled up and he got out of his car, and then we all piled out of the van, and he got scared because he thought we were there to beat him up. 6 guys pouring out of a van that he didn't recognize. He thought we were there to kick his ass, which was very untrue. So he was kind of standing there going, whoa, 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 guys, whoa. And I just I had the flask of bourbon in my hand, and I just chucked it to him, and I said, dude, we're not here to cause trouble. We're here because we love you, what you do with your record label, and we wanted to buy you a drink. And he was like, oh, well, shit, come on in. So we hung out in Fat Possum all day, drinking bourbon. We got drunk as hell. It was a great time. But we missed meeting R.L. Burnside by 20 minutes. That's what he said, which was a drag. But I did get to bang on his drummer's drums for a bit. That was kind of fun. And he gave us all stickers and T-shirts and stuff like that. I have a Hazel Adkins T-shirt somewhere in my pile of shit that he gave me. But that was real cool. But when we got to New Orleans, we had a bunch of cool shit happen. I'll tell you stories. There's I could write a book about that trip. But one of the proudest moments in my harmonica playing career was when we went to New Orleans. We went to this. Now, there's this famous club in the French Quarter called Preservation Hall. And they're like a jazz club, like a New Orleans jazz club. And every night, there's amazing music, top-notch music, a lineup down the road to get in. And when you go into the place, there's no bathrooms, there's no concessions. So you just go in, basically, you pay your money, like it's like $5 or something. You go in, and you watch the band until you have to pee or you get thirsty and you got to leave, and then you leave, and then the next person comes in, and that's kind of how it rolls. So it's kind of a tedious affair, but certainly well worth it for the music. But the day after we checked out Preservation Hall, we were just bumming around New Orleans, and we all kind of went our own way for a little while, So I went and I sat on the step outside the door of Preservation Hall and sat and played harmonica for about 3 hours, just busking, And the only reason I did it was so I could have bragging rights that I played Preservation Hall. That's as close as I'm ever going to get to playing Preservation Hall, but I had to do it, so that was real cool. Yeah, that was a fun trip, man. We did a lot of crazy shit. we all got baptized in the Mississippi Delta, which is a filthy, dirty river. Our guitar player actually dove right in, which I could not believe. He came out, he looked like he jumped into an oil slick. It was fucking gross. But yeah, whatever. I'll tell you more stories about that tour another day. But until then, thanks for tuning in. Be well. Stay free. Have an awesome day. Shout outs to Real Talk Studios. Hillary Thompson, of course. Suit and Tie Dip and Chew Guy. Kawashai. Winnington Outdoors. Wayside Lee 83. Oak Tree Dipper. No Bluff Buff. Yeah, there's a lot of good people making a lot of good videos right now, so check them out. Check them out. And I can't urge you enough to go check out my friend Kawashai. I love his channel so much. Kowasi. Yeah, very cool. Very cool guy. Very cool writer. Very cool channel. All right. Be well and stay free, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. I'll talk to you soon.